Welcome to Global Girl Travels. This is 2014 in review, my year of travel. "2014 was one of the busiest years for travel for me yet, and that's exactly the way I like it. In 2014, I started Global Girl Travels. I covered an international music festival in Tokyo, and I also went to destinations I never thought possible, like Macau. And I wrote a cover story for one of the world's largest in-flight magazines. More on that coming soon. New Zealand easily became one of my favorite places in the world. It's got practically all the Earth's ecosystems rolled into one, and it's incredibly clean, safe, and eclectic. Even though I had already been there, I was pretty excited when United Airlines called to invite me on a media tour of Hong Kong. I revisited some of the must-see sites, like the cable car and Big Buddha statue. But I also discovered some new ones, like the Grand Stage Western Market, a très chic lunch spot in an old wet market. My media tour with United Airlines also included a few days in Macau, which is just a ferry ride away from Hong Kong. I had no idea I could get to Portugal without going through Europe. I keep going back to Tokyo. I never thought I'd say that, having lived in the US and never traveled to Asia until 2009. Tokyo is a frequent stopover from Guam, so I've learned how to enjoy the city during a long layover. Tokyo is easily one of my favorite food destinations, from Japanese to Italian to Indian food. I absolutely loved shooting Fuji Rock, Japan's largest outdoor music festival. Sure, it was hot, muddy, and crowded, but the lineup was a 90s dream, so I couldn't not go. You can see all the glory and gore in my behind-the-scenes video. What you don't see here is the after photo of my hike up to All Volcano. Thank goodness for that. I was a hot mess. Better to see the before, with me looking serene and so naive about what was to come. Curious about it? Read the full story about the world's largest island within a lake on an island within a lake. Dallas is my most recent US hometown, and as such, it's still one of my favorite big cities, just for the sheer number of shops and restaurants. You can take the girl out of Dallas, and I never thought I'd say this, not being a native Texan, but you can't take Dallas out of the girl. I grew up in Cincinnati until I was 11, so I get that warm and fuzzy nostalgic feeling strolling the streets of Clifton with my dad when I go back. Chicago. I have pictures of me eating Uno's pizza, but they don't do me any favors because I'm devouring the stuff more voraciously than I like to admit ever happens. Uno's was and still is my favorite pizza anywhere, ever. It was my first time in Chicago in 2014, so eating at the home of deep dish as I know it was pretty exciting for this foodie. The hub's hometown is Milan, Michigan, so we spent time with family there, as well as exploring one of my favorite college towns, Ann Arbor. We drank tea and ate scones at Tea House and worked our way through eclectic coffee houses and jewelry shops. Guam. I added my hometown because I spent a lot of time writing travel stories and taking photographs for United Airlines in-flight magazine, Hemispheres. More to come on that. That meant I was running around experiencing Guam as a tourist, which is great when you live on such a beautiful tropical island.